Hello again everybody, and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. Last time we killed the Deacons of the Deep and found Aldrich's coffin. There was somebody else who was looking for Aldrich. Now we didn't find him, but Henri and Horace seem to be up there. Maybe they know something.
Oh, and we meet again. We spoke before on the road of sacrifices. Henri of Astora. I'm well pleased to see you safe. We reached the Cathedral of the Deep, but Aldrich's coffin was empty. The man-eater must have left for his true home. The little doll in the empty coffin told me. Aldrich is said to hail from Irithyll in the Boreal Valley, an ancient fabled city. A pilgrim told me that the city lies beyond Farron Keep, and so becomes our destination.
We did actually find the doll she was mentioning after killing the Deacons of the Deep, and we could go to Farron Keep now to, just go on, but we're gonna go back to the Cathedral of the Deep today, because there's some stuff left to find. And we also haven't talked to Leonhard in a while, so let's catch up with him.
Aha, you found a proper red-eye. Brilliant. I knew you were no ordinary man. Now invade and pillage all you like. And if you grow weary of your duty, you too may become a finger. Come on, give yourself to Rosaria of the Cathedral of the Deep.
And now we have a reason to go back to the Cathedral, aside from just, curiosity, but hey, I would have gone there anyway. We may even find Rosaria, who knows? Yep, we are back here now. At the coffin, which is empty again, but if you reload the area or, leave and come back, you actually do get the robes of the Archdeacon, which was the last guy we killed in the boss fight. And there's a couple paths that we have not explored yet. One of which is right here to the right. Another one is actually near the second shortcut to the first bonfire. But we're not actually gonna bother with that right now because we're already here. May as well go down that path. The optional bits of the Cathedral of the Deep are actually fairly interesting. We might even meet an old friend. Who knows? Now, it is important for a certain, bit of a side quest we're gonna encounter today that we open the bottom door. But I think we also have to open this one. In fact, I think this one is much more important because it actually leads, inside, or rather back outside. We couldn't open this door from the other side, of course. So now here we have a familiar face. Might be more familiar than you think, even. But first, let's pick up that thing in the distance there, because usually it's better to pick up stuff before talking to NPCs, because they might start a cutscene or something, I don't know.
Well, you look reasonably sane. I am a knight of Catarina. I've managed to track down this cathedral's store of treasure. It's right over there, across that narrow part. Treasure. Always so close, yet so far. I'm in quite a pickle, indeed. Just hold your horses a moment. I know. Treasure is so sorely tempting.
Seems legit.
Say hello to the nice giant. He adores visitors. Where's the old giant? Giant! How dare you? Have you no shame? Damn, and damn.
Oh no! It was Patches all along! Who would have thunk? Certainly not me. Why would Patches be in a Souls game? Well, I didn't expect him to be dressed up as Siegward, at least. But he did give himself away right away. I mean, you might not have recognized the voice immediately, even though, you know, I kind of did. But the thing is, he also opens the conversation in the exact same way as he did in Dark Souls 1, by saying, well, you look reasonably sane. Which, by the way, is one of my favorite lines in Dark Souls. So I'm glad they brought it back. Now we can't reach him by going back up to where we found him first, because he somehow managed to cross that gap that we just crossed as he, you know, let the bridge down. We killed the giants beforehand, and I like his reaction when having the giants killed already much better than if they weren't dead already, because then he'd just think he would have won for some reason, even though the giants are very easy, although slightly tedious to beat. Yep, drop down here. This is easily missed, to be honest. I know I missed it several times my first run, when I was desperately looking for a way to actually get up there. But thankfully, I have the foreknowledge, so I can just do it. There's a few, well, minor ambushes up here. Like, the ambushes in the outer part of the cathedral are actually much more common than the inside, and they mainly involve those guys, as we have learned the very painful way, like getting killed a couple times. I believe 3 times. Again, the thing with the weapon we're wielding is that if we are being pressured a lot, we can't really do too much, but there's a couple tools that we have. For one, we can just, you know, preemptively kill everything by just, you know, timing our strike correctly. Maybe preemptively isn't the correct word here, but we can just, you know, play a bit with our head, so to speak. What you can also do is roll attack, because our roll attack is a fairly quick stab. If you're being pressured and you have to roll anyway, you might as well do that. It's actually a pretty good strategy for some of the bosses that attack more quickly and would otherwise not really let you attack a lot. Don't get me wrong, you can still attack with the Zweihänder or any other heavy weapon, even when you deal with fast opponents. But it's much easier, of course, to kind of speed up a little by doing the rolling attack. Just to get in a quick hit sometimes. It's quite underrated. Well, not necessarily in PvP, I don't know anything about PvP. And most people who play PvE normally don't even consider using it intentionally. They mainly just use it whenever they kind of screw up and unintentionally buffer an input while they're rolling. I didn't mention this yet, but yeah, buffering is a thing again. It was absent from Dark Souls 2 for some reason, and I missed it a lot. And then for Dark Souls 3 they brought it back, and all of a sudden I was so used to not being able to buffer my inputs that I screwed up constantly. I would just constantly attack when I wouldn't want to attack, or dodge when I didn't want to dodge, because I just mashed the button thinking, okay, I can do stuff now, but halfway through, you know, mashing the buttons, I decided, yeah, I want to do something else now. And then it did the first thing I wanted to do, like dodging, for instance, instead of attacking or whatever. Or the other way around. Thankfully, this one Cathedral Knight here, well, he's not the only one we have to fight. In fact, we don't have to fight him at all. But he's the only one who can be fought easily. What I'm trying to say here is that these other two here, you don't have to fight those. You totally can, but I would advise against it, because the footing here is not exactly in our favor, because we can just fall very easily. And to fight them efficiently, it's kind of important to dodge. And I think he just fell. Very good. Now some people here are tempted to drop down the wrong way for some reason and die. Or drop on the raised wall bridge thing, which you can do, but it's useless. It doesn't do anything. Now look who we have here. Our old buddy, Trusty Patches. Very trusty. And I don't know how he got here. I have no idea. Because the switch to raise it again is here.
Huh? Yes, hello. Oh, I don't believe we've met. I'm Patches. Unbreakable Patches. You seem to be unkindled. Do you have business with me? Ah, oh, yes, of course. It's coming back to me now. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was my hand, as you know. But the deed, well, that was the armor's doing. Regrettable, truly. But behold, I'm stripped clean of that unruly attire. And look at me. Not a scratch. All's well that ends well, right? Yes, we'll be fine. I can tell. It's that rotten curse. It is. The untidy mess. Yes. Now, it wasn't me, but you still deserve an apology. Just a little trinket. Go ahead. It's yours now. You should know, I'm a kind of travelling merchant. If you're as unkindled as you look, you'll find plenty of good stuff.
Alright. The one thing that we actually want from Patches at this point is the Catarina set, which is Siegward's. And we have to buy it instead of killing Patches. Anyway, we got the Catarina set now, and it actually is Siegward's. He took it from Siegward. Now, where's Siegward, you might ask? He's not dead. We could have found him by now. He's outside of the Cathedral of the Deep in a well. Because if Patches had actually killed Siegward, he'd be dead where he stands. Because I cannot forgive that. Anyway, we just looked at the ceiling. There's more of those guys there, so we'll be getting company soon. There it is. Let's talk a bit more about Patches, because this obviously is not his first appearance. He kind of is a popular character in Souls games. He's shown up in everybody directed by Miyazaki, which is to say every Souls game except Dark Souls 2. He's been in Demon Souls as Patches the Hyena, in Dark Souls as Trusty Patches, in Dark Souls 3 as Unbreakable Patches, and in Bloodborne as, I think it's Patches the Spider, I'm not sure though. He's also been in an Armored Core game though, not sure which one, but he actually, I think, first appeared in one of those. Thing is, it's a recurring character that Hidetaka Miyazaki, the director of these games, just likes to include in his games. And the red sign soaps in here is pretty interesting. It lets us duel. We can basically put down a red summon sign, and instead of summoning us to help, we would be summoned to do PvP. So if we want to do honorable PvP, this is the way to go. Now we have a bit of an interesting encounter ahead of us. That figure we can see there in the distance, that's actually Rosaria. And she's not very talkative. She seems to be cradling one of those man grabs, weird abominations. And it's okay to join her covenant this time. But there is a quest line with an NPC we actually have met, Ceres of the Sunless Realm. If we give her a pale tongue in any way, shape or form, Ceres will get pissed because she is the mortal enemy of Rosaria's fingers. So let's not do that for now because we want to actually finish Ceres' quest line. But for now, let's actually go look for Siegward because we have his clothes for him. I think he'll appreciate that. He will not be at this point when we first reach the cathedral, by the way. We first have to actually open the doors, I think. to make him appear where he is, you know, now. Just right inside that well over there.
Hello? Hello? Anyone there? Anyone at all? Oh. I know that voice. Just how long has it been? It's me! Siegward of Catarina! I'm loath to admit it, but I've been had. Someone's swiped my armor. Did you happen to see it anywhere? Oh, my armor. My deepest gratitude. I, Siegward of Catarina, salute you. With my trusty suit of armor, I'll be out of here in a jiffy. Until we meet again, comrade. No need to worry about me. With my trusty suit of armor, until we meet again.
Alright, Siggy seems to be fine. But before we head back to Filing Shrine, let's kill those guys. Ah yes, it never stops being satisfying. And for some reason I feel compelled to go back to the bell tower. So let's just do that and deal with that very, very entertaining loading screen here. I like it when loading screens give you something to do, like roll against it. And it sometimes takes even longer. Kinda annoying, to be honest. And this Giants tree will sometimes drop a seed of a tree of giants if you've been invaded, but it's only a chance, so if you get invaded, you might not get one. It's nice to have one though, because it allows you to aggro monsters on invaders. Now, I'd like to direct your attention to that little gate there that we came through just now. Oh ho! A mysterious force closed it again. Let's check it out.
Sorry, friend. Be more careful. By the gods, curiosity is gonna kill you, kittens. Some places are better left alone, you know. Oh, sorry. Am I a tad too late? Have no fear. There's beauty in death. Besides, you're surrounded by ladies. Every rotten cleric's dream, right? Oh, no matter. I'll look after things. By stripping every last trinket off your corpse, you're gonna make some lucky customer very happy.
Patch's somewhat disliking clerics is another callback to Dark Souls, where he hates clerics and will just never be friendly with you ever if you start as a cleric. Not an issue in this game, he doesn't really care, he just mentions it this one time if you actually started out as a cleric. Anyway, this is what you get if you take the easy way down. Now let's actually go ahead to Patches, because I know just exactly where he's taken up shop.
Ah, oh, you're alive. Now, hold your horses. Let's have a nice talk about this. I'll come clean. I did you wrong. I didn't mean it, though. Not one bit. You get these urges, running the business and all, and I hate myself for it. I do. You know what I mean. Terrible, really. But I can see you'll forgive me. You're alive, after all. And that's what counts, right? Oh, fantastic. A wily second chance. I knew you'd understand. I just knew it. The heart of a lion. A model for the rest of us. A true friend. Forever. I see you've met Rat. The slinking rodent. But he did me a good turn back in Lothric Dungeon. Doubtless I should do something about that little dead. Well, maybe not. Well, I hardly believe he's still standing.
So, him being in the bell tower is the reason I think you're supposed to go to the bell tower later than we did, at least. Because at least then you could just do that all in one turn and you didn't actually have to come back here for patches and know by some magical force that he's actually there. That's not really important at this point though, because we've done it. Next time we'll actually head to Farron Keep in further pursuit of Aldrich. So see you then.